Hello everybody, thank you for watching. This is our 7.4 dimensional analysis presentation. Specifically in this presentation we're going to talk about 1-unit conversions. In this video you'll learn how to convert between metric units and English units using dimensional analysis. Let's refresh our memory about what is dimensional analysis. If you remember, dimensional analysis is a problem-solving method used for easily changing one unit to another unit. Don't forget that you know your answer is right when you're using dimensional analysis when all the units are canceling. One thing that's going to be really helpful for you in this video is our conversion factor sheet. So here we have some common length measures, some metric to English conversions, some metric base units that we learned, and some common volume measurements. Also some common weight measurements. So you can see all these are different conversion factors that you can use when converting from one unit to another. So the steps for dimensional analysis are the same as for our metric units. You want to first start by writing your original measurement. In this example problem, we have 3.76 centimeters, and we want to convert that to inches. So we want to start with what's in the problem. In our problem, we want to start with 3.76 centimeters. Then we want to come up with a plan. We want to find what unit we're trying to convert to. In this example problem, we want to convert centimeters to inches. What we're going to do now is we're going to look at our conversion sheet and we're going to see if we can find conversion factors that can help us convert centimeters to inches. If you look on the conversion sheet, you can see that 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeters, or the flipped version of that, which is 2.54 centimeters equals 1 inch. So you need to figure out which conversion factor you're going to use. So remember, we're trying to cancel out centimeters and ultimately get to inches. So therefore, we're going to use the first conversion factor. When we put the first conversion factor next to our problem, our units of centimeters cancels out. The next thing that you want to do is just multiply across the top and the bottom and then divide. So you can see 3.76 times 1 is going to be 3.76, and then 2.54 times this invisible 1 right here is just 2.54. Then you want to just divide. When you do that, you get an answer of 1.5453 inches. Now that we have our answer in inches, the last thing we want to do is just check our sig fig rules. We know that we don't care about exact numbers when we're counting our sig fig. So exact numbers such as conversion factors, they don't count in our sig fig calculation. So the only number that we're really going to care about is the first number. And in this number we have 3 sig figs. Therefore, our answer should also have 3 sig figs. And you know that your answer is completely right when all your units are canceling and you're showing your full dimensional analysis. Let's try another problem. In this problem, it says, how many miles will a person run during a 10-kilometer race? We're going to start with their original measurement. In this problem, it's giving us 10 kilometers. And what we want to do is we want to convert our kilometers to miles. If we look at our conversion factor sheet, we can see that 1 kilometer equals 0.621 miles. Or you can say 0.621 miles equals 1 kilometer. So you need to figure out which conversion factor you're going to use. Since our original problem has kilometers at the top, we want that to cancel with kilometers at the bottom. Therefore, we're going to use our second conversion factor. When we put that next to our original measurement, we can see kilometers now is going to cancel. And we have our answer in miles. Then you just want to multiply across the top and the bottom and then divide, and you can see that we're going to get an answer of 6.21 miles. The last thing you want to do is just check our sig fig rules. So in our original measurement we have 1 sig fig. Therefore our answer should have 1 sig fig. Right now our answer has 3 sig figs, so we want to adjust for that. So therefore, we can say that we can change our answer to just 6 miles because now 6 miles has 1 sig fig. And you know your answer is right when all your units cancel, you're showing your full dimensional analysis, and your final answer has a unit. Please pause the video now and try this example 3 on your own. In this example, it says the moon is 250,000 miles away. We want to figure out how many feet this is from Earth. So in the problem, it's giving us 250,000 miles. We want to convert miles to feet. So you want to set up conversion factors to help you to do this. So we know, if you look at our chart, that in 1 mile, there's 5,280 feet, or 5,280 feet in every 1 mile. So since we have miles at the top right now, we want to use a conversion factor where miles is going to cancel out, and it's going to give us feet. Once you cancel out your units, you just want to multiply across and then divide to get your final answer. Last thing you want to do is just check for sig figs. So in this original measurement, we have 2 sig figs. Therefore, our answer should have 2 sig figs. Right now, our answer has 3 sig figs, so we want to fix that. So we can change our answer to just have 2 sig figs by making it this number. You can also change it to scientific notation if you want to. You know your answer is right when you show your full dimensional analysis and all your work has units. In our next example, it says, during the previous year, Mrs. Desai's weather station measured 0.8 yards of rain. We want to express this amount in centimeters. So we want to start with our original measurement. So we have 0.8 yards of rain, and we want to convert that to centimeters. So there's not a direct conversion from yards to centimeters if you check your conversion chart. So therefore, we need to convert yards to meters and then eventually meters to centimeters. So in order to go from yards to meters, you can see that on the conversion chart it says 1 meter equals 1.0936 yards, or 1.0936 yards equals 1 meter. In order to convert from meters to centimeters, 10 to the squared centimeters equals 1 meter, or 1 meter equals 10 to the squared centimeters. So we want to pick which conversion factors we're going to use because we want to see which ones are going to cancel. Since yards is at the top right now, and yards we need at the bottom in order for it to cancel, we're going to use this first conversion factor. Then we want meters to cancel, and ultimately get centimeters, therefore we're going to have to use this conversion factor. When we do that, we can see all our units are going to cancel now, leaving us with the units of centimeters, which is what we want. Lastly, we just want to multiply across the top and then divide by the bottom to get our final answer. So 80 divided by 1.0936, we're going to divide that and we're going to get an answer of 73.15 centimeters. Lastly, just check your sig fig rules. In our original measurement, we have 1 sig fig. Right now, we have 4 sig figs, and that's not really going to work. So therefore, we need to change your answer to have only 1 sig fig. Therefore, you can change your answer to just 70 centimeters, and now you have your correct answer. Lastly, just check your work to make sure you show your full dimensional analysis and you're including units in your final answer. Please pause the video now and try this example 5 on your own. In this example, a certain recipe requires 0.75 pounds of flour. We want to figure out how many grams this is. So we want to start with our original measurement. In our problem, we have 0.75 pounds, and we want to convert that to grams. So looking at your conversion chart, you can see that 1 pound equals 454 grams, or 454 grams equals 1 pound. In order to figure out which conversion factor we're going to need is you need to see how pounds are going to cancel. Since we have pounds at the top right now, it's going to cancel out with pounds at the bottom. Lastly, you just want to cancel out our units and multiply across the top and the bottom and then just divide. When you do that, you should have got an answer of 340.5 grams. When you divide that, you can see that we're going to have a certain number of sig figs. Our original measurement has 2 sig figs. Our answer right now has 4 sig figs. We want to adjust our number to just have 2 sig figs. Therefore, you should have had a final answer of 340 grams. Lastly, just check your full dimensional analysis and then your works, and that concludes our video for today. Thank you for watching.